We will clear all these things because we are going to discuss the new topic ggplot. Everything is closed now, and I am going to open a new script file here because some lines are common. Therefore, I am copying these lines. I am writing the name of movies data, movies data.csv. So, in the movies this one has been stored. Now, I am running this command here, control plus enter, and I am getting the movie data frame here. Now, next thing is to save the file by name as ggplot. So, I am naming it, and name has been appeared here. What is ggplot tool? It is a visualization tool, and visualization for every plotting is very important. Nowadays, every programming language comes up with so many visualization tools like bar chart, pie chart, box chart, histogram. These are termed as visualization tool. But by using ggplot2 and aesthetic function, this visualization has made up more aesthetic way. That means more interactive way. If I will say the ggplot is used to understand the data structure, identify outlier, and find patterns. There are two methods, one by using the basic graphical function and other by using the ggplot2 function. We will understand both of the things one by one. As I have already discussed the plot function, so it will be wise to start from that point again. So, in my yesterday's lecture, I have discussed how can plot a sine curve. So, if you can remember, then we have created a sequence and stored the sequence into variable x. So, sequence, and it will start from minus pi to pi, and interval between all those points is 0.1 to make it more smoother. And again I have to decide y variable also, and y equals to sine of x, sine of x. In this way I have written x as well as y function both. Now, I can plot the function. So, if I am plotting, then simply I will write the plot function between x and y, and if I am plotting these two things, then my plot has been appeared here. It is the sine curve, okay, which we have discussed in my yesterday's class. Now, I am going to make it more interactive, and some interaction I have included in my yesterday's class also. Arif has asked me how to include here the main thing, and now I am going to discuss all those things. So, what we can do for that? I can, just like before, I can write the main function here to attach the heading at the top. So, I am plotting a sine curve, therefore, I am writing plotting sine curve. And second thing is y label, what will be the in the y direction, because x is x and y is sin x. Therefore, I want to write in the y direction as sin x. So, y label equal to, I want to write it as sin of x. In the x direction there is no need because x is x. So, if I am plotting this thing, then let us see what will appear here. So, here all the three things have been displayed here: plotting sine curve by using main function in the y directions, sin x has been written in the x direction as before, because I have not changed anything here. If I want to change from circle to line, then again I have to include type. Yesterday we have know that what is the meaning of type. So, type equal to L, then it will display the plot in a linear fashion, and here we can okay. Now we have got a very smooth sine curve here. So this is the basic part of ggplot2. Now I am going to make it more interactive. I am going to add more than one plot in a single plot, and this can be done by using ggplot function here. So what can we do? Again, I want to plot x. I can write thing like this also, x and sine of x. Also I can write the thing like this also, and again main, because I want to draw two graph in a one plot, therefore I am writing here. Again y limit should be given here. So y label, not the limit, y label. So in the y direction I am writing nothing, therefore I am changing it unwritten anything. Again type equal to line wise, and again what should be the color equal to blue color. I am writing this curve by using blue color. Okay, so let us execute this line, and my graph has been plotted into blue color. Again I want to draw two graphs in a single plot, therefore for this purpose lines function can be used for this purpose, and x cos of x function can be used for this purpose. And suppose I am plotting this curve by color red to differentiate from the previous one, and because I am plotting it by red color. Now let us execute the whole code and let us see what happens. So we can see that the red plot has been plotted for the cos, and blue plot has been plotted for the sine, and therefore in this way in a single plot we have plotted two graphs successfully. So it is looking very interactive and very good manner. Now we know that these two plots are for sine and cos, but if some another person is looking on the plot, he should also know that what is the purpose of this plot, because at this moment of time nobody can say that what is this plot is telling about. So for that we should include legend function. Legend function is also being used in MATLAB as well as in the Python language also. Legend function, it is always safe to enter the keyword suggested by our language to avoid any spelling mistake and to avoid anything undesired. So top left side, I want to write the legend function on the top left side, and I am concatenating two curves, one for sine x and other for cos x. So these two curve I am going to and fill equal to C. First curve is blue color, which is the sine curve, and the second curve is by red color, which is for cos curve. So in this way we can write these things. Now I am going to execute the whole plot once again, and let us see what changes. So we can see that sine curve and cos curve has been represented with a legend function on the top left corner here, and now anybody who is looking at this plot can easily identify that what is the basic purpose of this plot. So if you want to zoom it, then you can see the plot by zooming also. So, and if we want to close it, we can close it here. Okay. Till now we have not used myggplot library function. Okay, we are just using the simple plotting function. Now I am going to use ggplot2 function. So first of all, I will explain what is ggplot is about and who has created ggplot2. So answer of my second question, who has created, is Hadley Wickham. So Hadley Wickham has created ggplot2 in 2005. It offers a powerful graphic language for creating elegant and complex plot. So let us see what difference has been made for this. Before working of ggplot2, first of all we have to install the package. So what should we do? We should come on the console and write install.packages and name of the ggplot2, enter here, and in this way ggplot2 package will be unpacked and will be installed here. Before using this package, first of all you should install this package, otherwise the function will not work. So after doing everything, you can press the broom button so that everything will be cleared and clean out. Now what should we do? Because every library function should be pasted at the top, as we all know from our past experience for earlier programming language. Here also we should include my library function at my top of the program, and here I will import ggplot2 here. So in this way, because I have imported, so first of all I should run all the program once again. So here we can see that I have installed all the program once again, and now the ggplot function is also being used here. Now we can use ggplot2 in interactive manner. So I am doing the same thing. That means first of all view movies, because we are working on movies data. So we will use this function, and now ggplot2 function will be used, and data equal to movies, because we are working for movies data set, and again mapping function will be used. Aesthetic mapping, aesthetic means very interactive. So inside aesthetic function, I on the x axis the critic score and on the y axis audience score will be given. So I want to compare how the audience score and critic score is varying in a plot. So if both of the score is same, that means the straight line with inclination of 45 degrees should be there, otherwise the inclination will be inclined on the direction who is dominating. So let us write on the x direction, x equal to critic score. Let me see the actual spelling of my attribute, what is critic score, so that no spelling mistakes should be there. Score is there, and again second is y. So for y I can write y equal to audience score, audience AUDIENC, audience score. Sometimes a little mistake in spelling kill a lot of time. Audience score. Okay, so x as well as y, both of things has been here. So after that aesthetic mapping, aesthetic, no mistake, and therefore now I can run the command and let me see. So we can see that there is a scatter plot has been plotted here because geom point has been given here, and in this way it is looking very interactive scatter plot. And if I click on the zoom button, then we can see that on the y direction audience score is there, and on the x direction the critic score is there. In this way, there is a scatter plot between. So we can see that inclination is toward 45 degrees. So mostly if we draw a regression line here, when we will study the regression part, right now I am just want to draw my chart in a very interactive manner. Okay, if I want to save my plot, then there is very simple command ggsave. So by using ggsave function, we can save my plot here. We have saved my plot here. So in this way it has been saved. So let me check ggplot.r. okay, no, ggsave function. Okay, the script has been saved, and for saving to some name, we should write the name also, and my mistake is that I am not writing the name of the file by which I want to save. So after ggsave function, we have to write name also. So for ggsave function, suppose scatter plot dot png. Okay, now it will work. Now the image has been saved. Okay, and let me check the png. Okay, here we can see that scatterplot.png file appears here now. Now my next thing is how to make my plot more interactive. So I am executing my plot once again so that the changes will appear. So what should we do here? To make the changing, we will use the aesthetic mapping, because interaction means aesthetic mapping. Aesthetic is a visual property of object in a plot. On the basis of the color, on the basis of the huge of different point, we can draw the plot by different colors, because this time every point is represented by black color. So we cannot differentiate that every point is representing which of the things here. So if every point will be represented by different color, then it will be easy to explain that what is the basic purpose of different points in the plot. So aesthetic mapping is used for this. So it can be used to add a customization to our plot by different symbol, by lines, point and color also. So let me see how we can do this thing. Here in the same code, I will add some lines, geom point. On the basis of genre, I will change the color. Okay, so color on the basis of genre, color equal to, okay, because movie on the basis of genre, that means drama, comedy, here every point is represented by black. So drama will be represented by different color, comedy movie will be represented by different color. So by looking at the point, we can easily identify that what is the role of drama, what is the role of horror movie and different kind of movies here. So we can easily identify that in what kind of movie the critic score and audience score is differing, and in what kind of movie both are matching. In this way we can easily identify. So now I am going to execute the code once again, and here we can easily see that colors are different. Action and adventure movie are represented by this color, orange color, and therefore we can see that orange color is like this. Likewise, the comedy movie is represented by this. So every type of movie has been represented by different color, and this is looking so interactive also, and this include more information than the previous one. So by using aesthetic mapping, by using ggplot2 function, we can add interaction in our plot also. Okay, and we can do same thing for the bar plot also. So let me do that portion also. So suppose I want to write, first of all I will write comment line so that know that what I am going to do. So draw a bar chart using ggplot function. What should I write here? ggplot, in the same manner which I have done before, data equal to movies in the same manner, and again mapping equal to AES, inside AES mapping x, in the previous case x and y was critic score as well as audience score. Now I am taking x as MPAA rating, the value of x equal to MPAA rating. Here we can see that in my movie MPAA rating was this one, RPG, like this. So on the basis of this, and in case of bar plot, there is no need of y axis, and therefore we will not write that part, and geom underscore bar will be used at this point, because this is a bar chart, therefore geom bar will be written. In the previous case it was a scatter plot, that means point plot, and therefore geom point was written there. In this case geom bar will be written here, and let me execute, and here we can see that the bar chart has been written here, count MPAA rating. So in this way we have drawn a chart. Similarly, for drawing line chart, we can write geom line. If we want to draw a box plot, geom box can be written here. So in this way we can write different instruction, different commands, and can draw different kind of plots here. Okay, now I am going to discuss distribution of movies by genre. So I am copying the same thing, geom bar, everything will be same till this point. Okay, and now I will add levels in the y direction, rating count, and title equal to count of MPAA rating, So let me execute this command once again. Here I missed S, spelling mistake, a simple spelling mistake. Now it is okay, count of MPAA rating. Okay, so there was simply mistake of spelling labs, it should be labs, labels, because different labels are here. So we can see that now based on genre the chart has been displayed here. So this is another thing which I want to explain. Now one last thing about this histogram part. Histogram part should also be discussed, how we can use this one. So some lines are common, and therefore why not I copy this to save my time here. Okay, aesthetic, here I runtime, because it is histogram, therefore in place of bar I will write histogram here, and labs here, because in the case of histogram x variable should be given, and this x variable I have chosen as runtime of movies, therefore I can write it as, and title distribution of runtime, distribution of runtime should be written here. Now let me execute this whole command, and so 30 bins have been used here, and remove one row containing non-finite. Okay, because the graph was so compact, and therefore some rows has been not been included.